Vegas is a weird fucking town, man. I gotta tell you, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. So we did that for both nights of that, and it was a lot of fun. Sulk, Frozen, and Hammy did some man on the street interviews, which, dude, some of the fucking people there, like, wrestling fans are straight up autists now. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, I'll be honest.
Very awkward.
I'll be honest with you, dude. It's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing walking around and going like, oh man, I watch the same thing as these guys watch. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, we're not walking around with fucking replica belts and you know what I mean, axes.
I'm sorry? Oh yeah, dude. Okay. Dude, okay.
By the way, John, it was so funny because, like,
let me grab that.
I was the only other one that was like, yeah, I'll throw axes. And, like, nobody was on board with axe throwing. And then we're like, it was the last thing we could really do that day. We're like, fine, we'll go axe throwing. And then everybody was like, this was the most fun we had today.
I will say I was the negative Nancy. I was like, oh, axe throwing.
And then we couldn't pull Royce away from the fucking court. Like, our rental time was up, and he was just winging axes.
Just winging axes. I'm winging them. I'm fucking winging them. It was so much fun, and
he didn't want to fucking do it. And then as soon as we started doing it, like, I thought we were gonna miss our flight.
Yeah, no,
we were paying for our drinks to leave, and Royce is still in the corner.
Not only that,
we weren't even playing together competitively anymore. It was just him winging knives and axes.
How do your guys' shoulders feel? Every time I go
actually
axe throw, the next morning you're like, no, nice.
We didn't go for like hours. Royce probably hurts more because he just sat there and started winging.
Okay, hold on. Maybe we were throwing the axes a little hard. Maybe we were just a little hard. Remember when the axe broke, Mersh? Shout out to Marie. I'll put a couple of photos up that she took. There's that one. I have Mersh's bullseye. Hold on. She got yours too, Mersh. Mersh's bullseye. I have Dan Snot said, had a blast with you guys. What drugs was Mersh on? Mersh wasn't on any, not that I'm aware of. Well, I could only speak of when he was in my sight. I cannot speak of after he was out of my sight what he was on.
I did a thing, and I'm not thrilled.
Okay.
I just signed an executive order putting the flags of our country, all of them, all federal flags and state flags, at half-mast in honor of Pope Francis. So,
wow. We need to abolish the TSA immediately. We're at the Vegas airport, and there's a line. Now, there's a line that has a sign that says priority check-in. If you had TSA check-in, right? Apparently, unbeknownst to anybody, priority check-in after a certain time, it's at a different gate, right? This guy, this fat, lazy TSA guy, was only processing wheelchair people and wasn't helping out the other TSA guy who was like, why are you not running any other people? What's going on? And so there's a line there, it's fucking waiting or whatever. This guy, right here, fat piece of shit, this fat slob. Other TSA agents were standing up, but he was sitting down, fat piece of shit slob. We're walking by. Well, first, Mersh, explain what he just said to you before we even do it.
So I went over there because he was sitting at the TSA clear with a pre-whatever thing, right?
Correct.
So I was like, oh, hey, what's up? So I'm going to go over here because I have the free trial, whatever. And the guy's like, we don't have any of that. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, we're not doing that, okay? This is wheelchairs only. And I was like, but he yelled at me. He's like, get out of the line. This is for wheelchairs. And I was like, okay, they sent me here. There's a sign. And he's like, over there. And he like made me just go with the cattle. So I was like, okay. And like, as I'm walking away, he's like, hurry. He said something about hurrying. And I was like, dude, all right. Like, don't yell at me, bro. And then I just like, whatever. And then, he started yelling at you like 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
Let's try that again. Welcome. Bear with me, folks. I'm a little rusty. It's been a while. Welcome to Nightwave Radio. Good to be here. Look at that. We're starting off with a good omen. He just came over. He made himself comfortable. Guys, it's Nightwave Radio. I am your host, Mersh. I'm tired. I'm hungover. I'm beat to shit. We're here, though. We're here. We're queer. We're going to do something tonight. Back from Vegas, as you know, we were at Wrestlemania. Well, we weren't at Wrestlemania. We didn't go to Wrestlemania. Dark Band Chronicle. Did Gino have fun? Yeah, G-Mean had a blast. Everybody had fun. It was a great weekend. Triple N, to answer your question, sir, enough to not want to talk about it. But yeah, it was, obviously we went up for Mania. It was a fantastic time seeing everybody. It was great to see Frozen. It was great to see Hammy. It was just great to see old friends. It was great to see Gino. Gino was a lot of fun. And we ended up not going to Mania.
We ended up not going to WrestleMania this year. And I'm pretty sure Royce showed this on ROTC, but this is where we ended up spending WrestleMania. We combine sports with the day club, and it's a stadium. Stadium swim. You gotta have the great music. You gotta be bumping into it. They had a mania party at Circa. And I was too soon. Yeah, Tim, I did miss a little bit of Saturday, but to be fair, the only thing I really missed, I got there. It was weird, right? Because I overslept, but it was like, because it's Vegas and the time zone is so fucking different, I was almost sort of on time. Yeah, Tim, you would have liked it. Yeah, it was only $50, free towels and all that shit. My only gripe with Circa was they were the strictest venue I have ever seen in Las Vegas about weed. And I'm not talking about flour and shit like that. I understand I couldn't bring out my awesome weed cigs, but like even this guy, look at this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this harmless little guy right here. Now, this is not a replica. This isn't a fake. This is exactly what I had in Las Vegas. Let's just say I accidentally forgot it was in my bag flying home. And like, I was walking in, right? And I packed light. I had my wallet, a little bit of cash, my phone, my vape, and my cigarettes and my lighter. And the guy, I should have just stuck the vape in the cigarette pack because I don't even think the guy opened it. But like, as soon as he saw the vape, he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, he said marijuana." And I'm like, I didn't want to lie to the guy. So I was like, yeah. And he's like, "Oh, we cannot have that on the property." And I'm like, "Are you going to throw it out?" And he's like, "No, you can rent a locker." I don't rent a locker, an all day locker just to put my vape in. Black indie female wrestlers. I did not see a lot of attractive black women in Vegas this time around, period. But it was still fun. And next year, Vegas is going to be in New Orleans. And we're already considering going with no clue as to what the plan is. But 3-shot, no fire hydrants frowning at me. I wasn't on psychedelics at all. I didn't see any actual midgets either. Oh, stop that, Earl. That really is the crux of where I started just being a fucking mess again. But yeah, it was I will say this. Somebody earlier did ask me what food wise what we did. We they were out some of the days a lot earlier than I was when I was recouping. So they probably went to more of a variety of places. But I mean, we actually ended up eating twice at the same restaurant, which we never do. But it was just there and it was easy. The Tom Colicchio's craft steak, great if you want steak and shit like that. But there are no buffets on Fremont anymore. I don't like buffets anyway. I don't know why. I just don't. Not a big fan. They're never really a good value because I'm never going to eat that much because I'm not a big eater anyway. We went axe throwing. That was dope. The axe throwing was fun. Sorry. No, I don't like that look. I don't like the whole, this is just a little outrageous for me. Can we go back to like dudes? Men? Sucking each other off like Ye and his cousin. We still got to talk about that. Oh my God. That fucking disturbed me this weekend. Let me do this real quick. I'm getting some cottonmouth here and I need to go get my Gatorade. So just give me 1 sec and we will be right back. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Daddy's thirsty. So yeah, I guess we have to, that's enough wrestling talk. I think we pretty much covered the short and skinny of it. I mean, we talked a little bit on the show about the flight. I actually missed my flight into Vegas, and actually shout out to Spirit who actually rebooked me and didn't charge me anything. I worked with the lady a little bit. Let's just say I pretended that I was going to miss a funeral, and I never brought up. I didn't even bring it up to get. I did bring it up to get special treatment, but I didn't try to. I wasn't obvious about trying to get special treatment, so I was like, and the funny thing is I just remember I stayed up all night. You guys remember I streamed until 8 in the morning. I didn't go to sleep. Finished cleaning up the house, get my shit, get the final stuff ready, get the cats all set, leave everything out that my fucking pet sitter needed, and just hit the road. My man, let me tell you something. Nowadays, it used to take me about an hour and 20 minutes to get to the Orlando airport. Now, when you go to the Orlando airport, you are guaranteed from my house for it to take at least 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's insane. Then I went to the airport. I couldn't find parking for 30 minutes. But yeah, so when I went back to the desk to rebook, I was exhausted at that point. I had no sleep and I was just burned out and I just was really upset. And the lady's like, it's going to be all right. We're going to figure out if we can get you a ticket. And I was just like, I know, but it's now I'm going to, I don't want to miss this funeral. I just threw that out there just to see. And that was it. And I just she goes, all right, we're not going to charge you. We just rebooked you for tomorrow. And I was like, thank you so much. But yeah, that was brutal.
The flight back was the flight there was good. Coming back, I had a better experience than Royce and Marie did. I didn't know that he had a mixed race couple that decided to just change their baby's diaper, like on the middle seat in between them on a plane in front of everybody, a poopy diaper, and then they left it on the plane. Unbelievable pieces of shit on the flight. All in all, we back. We're ready to take over the world. We're promoting weed cigs like a motherfucker because we want to plan now for the next one. We're going to Nolans next year.